Chloe of Save the Victor Rule. How's everybody doing today? Amazing, I hope. It is another video from your older than average YouTuber here on the YouTubes. And it is our weekly installment of navigating new releases on a no-buy. And I believe we're at number 53. So if you want to see what releases have been ruminating around my brain, and also want to know if my predictions regarding fall stuff is coming true, you're in the right place. And you know what you need to do? You need to keep on watching. All right, so here we are, another week of new releases. Glasses on and let's go. And in this installment, there is one not quite like all the others. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start with an update for a release that was out last week. We didn't have the full color story and everything. We just had the name and the date which was released, which was released on this Monday or Tuesday, depending on your time zone, and that was the Nomad Cosmetics, and this was the Ghost Town palette. I did break down and buy it. I was a naughty girl. I do love Halloween. I'm hoping this is going to be the last thing. I know there's some more stuff coming down the pike, as you will see, but I had a bad couple months, but we're back on that no-buy train. So anyways, I just wanted to quickly show you the color story from the Ghost Town palette, and I wanted to show you the swatches as well. So here we go, and this is a beautiful collection. Again, it has some neutrals. I was talking to a friend of mine, and we think that next year is basically going to be pretty neutral heavy. That's where things are kind of looking at the moment. I don't think I put it on here, but I was looking at the new Beauty Bay to see what they were doing, and it was pretty neutral. So I'm seeing a lot more neutral things coming out. So I'm assuming that that could possibly be a trend for next year. So that will definitely help me save my pennies, because I am a color gal. But that said, the colors in here are really nice. So you've got a good swatch of neutrals. You've got some beautiful shimmery shades. You've got some grungy shades. This is just really, really nice. I do like these kind of tealy, bluey greens in there. This is just a really pretty color story, and like I said, I picked it up. It's already shipped. Technically, my friend Martha and I bought it for each other. We're going with that, and we're sticking to it. So for the Nomad palette, it's an 18-pan palette. It's not limited edition. It was $49 USD. It's got new soft touch metallic shimmers, Nomad's clean formula, no parabens, phthalates, mineral oil, talc, or gluten. Vegan and PETA certified, cruelty free, and infused with prickly pear cactus seed oil to help keep colors fresh no matter what dusty town you ride into. So that is a lot of fun. So I cannot wait to get my little phalanges on it. But anyways, so that was just kind of a catch up with from last week. I still haven't seen anything more about that newest Belle Butte bar that we're interested in, but I'm keeping my eyes on that. So now we're gonna go up to some new things that I have here, and then we're gonna end off with the one that doesn't fit with the rest of this theme, because this is pretty much spooky Halloween dark kind of heavy. So this one here is, I'll just show you the cover. This is the Season of the Witch. It's the fall palette from Notoriously Morbid. I've definitely been wanting to try them. I have not so far, but this looks really nice. So this I picked up today, the announcement, and it's going to be releasing tomorrow. So it's tomorrow at 12 p.m. CST. I didn't see any prices anywhere, but you can use the code RADAR15 at checkout to save 15%. And here is some bits of the color story. So here you can see a little bit of the inside here. I'm looking at this, I'm thinking this is a 9-pan palette, and it's looking like a nice mix of shimmers and mattes. Here is some swatches of the shimmers. So we've got some nice rusty, kind of pumpkin-y shades, some red, some purple, your green to blue duochrome. And then when you look at this next slide for the rest of the swatches, you're seeing like, it looks like a dark aubergine, a dark green, and a dark black. And yeah, that looks really good. That's all I got. I checked out, I got this from My Makeup Radar, and then I went over to Notoriously Morbid, but that's all the information I had at the minute when I was taking down the pictures for new releases. But it does look really good. This is definitely a brand I've been wanting to try, so I will stick it on my list. So this is also all pretty much eyeshadows. I didn't feel that there was too much out there of other things that I was looking for. I think unless they discontinue in the next little while, I think I have all my foundations and powders and everything that I wanted set as my core products, but I'm always a little bit of an eyeshadow hoe. So this next thing here is from Adep Cosmetics. So here is the cover here, and this is gorgeous. This is a brand that's out of Denver, Colorado. Fortunately, I only have one palette. It's a great palette, but this is a brand that I definitely want to dig into more when I have some freed up cash. And then basically what we've got here for information, it's the Sumerian Sunset. It's going to be available, so the time when you're watching this, a few hours later, depending on what time of day. I usually upload this for midnight my time, so it'd be like 8 a.m. UK time. So depending, you may get a chance to see this before it's released, but it's being released this Friday. It's at 11 a.m. Mountain Time, noon Central, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, and 10 a.m. Pacific Time, and 7 a.m. Hawaii Time. So they're giving you a good amount of times there. It is going to be $79 USD, so it's close to $100 Canadian. And it is also saying, because this is a new launch, we're asking for 2 to 15 business days to ship out your order. Orders will start to ship on Wednesday, September 6th, because, well, which it is, Monday's a holiday. So there we go. Everybody needs to take their stat holidays. I know I like to take them. And they said they're having a lot of people, they're taking off the Tuesday instead. I don't blame them. Make a really long weekend of it, right? And it says that live swatches are coming soon, but I do have a picture of the palette with the swatches. This one is looking, again, pretty shimmery, duochromy, multichromy heavy. It's looking like there's going to be 10 shades that are all shimmery and bright, and then there's going to be 5 matte shades, but each one of the matte shades seems to nicely connect with colors that are in the palette. So if you wanted to put down a brown base, there's some neutrally gold and yellow shimmers. You got some peach matte that would go nicely with the red and the purples. There's a green that'll go with the shimmers, a red matte that'll go, and then a nice, looks like might be a yellow or a skin tone type matte shade as well. So this looks really, really nice. And then, so the first picture with the swatches there was on a bit of lighter skin tone. Here it is showing on a darker skin tone, and wow, you can really see those Julie tones stick out on the darker skin tone. Especially, oh, those oranges. Looks so good. And yeah, here's a close-up of the palette so that you can see the 5 shades on the bottom that are the matte shades, and then you've got the 10 shimmery gorgeous shades. And then you can see, like, this is a really well thought out. No, it doesn't have a black, it doesn't have a white, but all the neutral, or not all the neutrals, all the mattes go beautifully with the shimmers. I think you can do a lot of good looks. This is another brand that I think does really well with their color stories and really thinks things through. And of course, I love a good Gen Xer, so there we go. And it's giving us the nice fall vibes, maybe not Halloween vibes, but it fits nicely in there with that color, with the color story. And yeah, I think it's absolutely gorgeous, and I would love to get my little mitts on it. So there we go. So now up is another brand. I think this is like their second palette. I did quite like their first palette, but just like this one, they're going to be colors that I already have, but just the packaging and the aesthetic is really interesting. So I'll just pop up the cover here, and this is from Our Darling, and it is, "Hello darlings, in this edition of Morning Mondays, we're going to go with the spirit of our newest launch and chat about the makeup that was looked down upon in the Victorian era." And then it says here too that cosmetics were extremely controversial in the Victorian era. Typically only the women who wore heavy makeup were prostitutes and actresses. Those being very similar social stations. Despite the taboo of using makeup, almost every lady who could afford it got their hands on it. Why not? Who doesn't like to paint their mug? So there we go. There's some more stuff on here, but I'm going to leave that for you to check out. But this is a 100% vegan, cruelty-free brand palette, and there's 9 shades with 7 mattes and 3 shimmers. So we've got Impolite, a matte, a cream with yellow undertone, Stigma, which is a matte, a warm yellow, Vanity is a shimmer golden bronze, Arcane is a matte apricot, Loose Morals, a matte fire orange, Adversary, I like the titles of these shades, matte cinnamon warm brown, Inferno, matte ruby bright red. I'm a sucker for a red, so I think that's really what made me go whoo when this came on my feed. Paradox is a shimmer maroon, and the Devil's Tools, a matte sangria deep red. So this looks really pretty. It is a really pretty color story. It's showing on different lights here. So on this picture here, you can see they're showing a bit more darker and deeper. But then when I go to this next photo, they're looking a little bit lighter. But then the next photo I have kind of showing this in different lights, calling it the Devil's Tools palette, which is $30 US. I think these last two are more what the palette's going to look like. I think the first one is definitely with some little bit more lighting, but it does look super nice. And again, that shade in, is it Inferno? Yes, that red shade. Yes, the matte ruby bright red looks really good. And again, this is $30. And it is out already now. This was just something that came on my radar. Okay, so last up, now this is the one that does not fit at all with the rest of these, and it's definitely more for the packaging. Like, their packaging is absolutely stunning. If I could get my hand on this kit here, this complete package, I would be so excited. So this is Flower Nose Global. So you can see this beautiful pink quilted case, and then you can see peeking out all of the beautiful items in it. And then as I kind of read the description here, I will just pop some photos of some of the different things in the collection. And it says here, inside the all-in gift sets, so it's like that box, you will get a comprehensive collection of all 42 Swan Ballet series products and accompanying gifts, and includes the all-in gift box. So there we go. And then they are offering one variant in the box, and you can get what they call the normal one, and it doesn't have the perfume in it. So I would love to see this on a Vanity. Now, of course, this is, I believe, a Korean skincare brand, so all the shades are going to be more light. But basically, this release is taking the cues from ballet, theater, backstage makeup cases. This enchanting design comes complete with a built-in mirror resembling a delightful small vanity when open. The top layer features several compartments for organizing lip products, while the 3 large drawers below provide ample space for storing accessories, cosmetics, and there's a velvety lining. So this is coming out on September 1. It looks like it's at midnight. It didn't list any prices. I went in trying to find prices, but because it's this new release, they did have if you were like a member in a seedling level or higher to their makeup brand, you could have purchased this on between the 29th and 31st before everybody else. But it really didn't, again, mention any prices. It is a little bit more of a pricier brand, but the packaging, as you can see from these photos, is absolutely stunning. I've been desperate to try this brand. They're not showing really anything from the inside. I would definitely want the perfume, because the perfume bottle also looks so beautiful. This whole thing is stunning. Like, literally, if I came into money tomorrow, I would get on there as fast as I could tomorrow to go and grab me a case with all these products in there. There's lip products, there's powders, there's mirrors, there's perfume, there's eyeshadows, it looks like there's highlighter. It's absolutely dreamy. And again, I know the makeup will be all more lighter colors, muted colors, but I love ZZ Cosmetics and I like their light eyeshadows, so I think I would like these as well. And like I said, can you imagine having that on your vanity and lifting it up and looking at that and pulling out your lipstick? It's absolutely stunning. I love it. So that is the one that doesn't belong with the rest of them, but I popped it in anyways because it was very Halloween-y, dark, fall inspired releases. And that's what I knew why it was a little bit quiet the last 2 weeks, because now they're going to start rolling as if going downhill, all these amazing releases that are going to tempt us. So that's it. I tried to keep these releases just to things that I would really, really love, to keep the videos short, simple, snappy, so you can see things that I like and you may be interested in too. So if you like this video, please give it a like, comment, and subscribe, and maybe hit that notification bell. If not, that's okay. We can discuss new releases together. As always, behave, make good choices, and we will talk to you soon.